Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Yes, I told y'all 3 videos this week. I was not lying. It's been a minute since we've covered some Gachiakuta, so we are back with that. Lock the f in. Now let's get into it. Boom, we start with Rudo linking up with the leader and find shit so they can meet this guy who can cast a spell on them, and it ain't my dog Harry Potter. They all get in the whip and they pull up to the town, and we look and we just see 2 guys trying to get in the town, but there's a wall blocking them from entering. Hold on, is this not Gojo's Infinity? So they walk in and the mayor pulls up on them. Hey, what's good? We here to see Gob. Have you seen him? My bad, twin. Gob is dead. He got packed up. Basically, bro didn't only want to paint in the safe zones, he wanted to go out and paint in the polluted zones, and he got packed up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, gang, that's just your fault then. Why are you doing that? But his vital instrument is still here, and whoever takes it becomes a giver. And his successor is this Lil U. Now they throw a little party for Gob, and this Lil U gives them the protection, and they all cut from the town. On their way back, they go to some next junkyard so this Rudo guy can re-up on some weapons, and because he's a professional dumpster diver. But the TV was playing on the pile of garbage.
That's suspicious.
So they get back to HQ, and this August guy finally makes Rudo's mask, and now they can finally go out to find this girl who says she saw someone come from the sky. So they go out to no man's land and they drop down. The sand is red as hell, but it ain't sand, it's waste matter turned to dust. I don't even know if you should be touching that. They're all aura farming with their masks on, and Tammy just sees something going straight for them with the quickness. Enjin says, "They're finally here. Hey Rudo, you better be able to keep up, boy." Rudo says, "Of course, twin." He slides down and he's staring at the trash beast. I can't lie, his mask is buns, like actually garbage. I thought they would have gave him some shit on Kaneki's level. Then we switch to the ops and we see this freak Jabber and the portal girl. He says, "The Penta Desert, no man's land?" "Hey boss, that's where it's at? The other one?" But the boss is just staring at the TV. He says, "You'll see when you get there." Like, damn. Why everybody gotta be too cool to give these regular answers? Like, bro, just tell him what he wants to know. Hold on, was the man watching them through the TV? What type of powers do these vandals have? I'm trying to join. Back to the fight, this Tome girl is taking notes of the first trash beast they see. And we just see hella claws coming out of the sand. Rio's in the air and she blocks one attack, then comes down from the sky and cuts one in half. But then the trash beast homie's not going for that. It comes in and tries to attack her, but she dodges easy and cuts its tail off. Now we cut to Zanka and he's here trying to aura farm. Like, gang, you're not like that. How you got 0 wins in the series, boy, and you're supposed to be one of the main characters? You know, I'ma leave him alone. I'ma spare him today. The trash beast looks at Zanka. He's like, "Gang, that wasn't me who cut your homies up." But it don't care, it lunges at him with the quickness. He spins his staff, blocks it, and he gets hit away. Listen, don't tell me he's about to lose again. It keeps going in and attacking him, but he dodges the attacks, puts his weapon in its mouth, then activates these spikes and it dies? Hold on, so where was this move when he was facing Jabber? We could have packed that guy up. Now, he thinks he's safe, but these monsters are like Lil Durk and OTF, they slide for their homies. Bro's surrounded. He goes down low aura farming, but he forgot he's not the top aura farmer in this verse. The goat Enjin comes down from the sky with his umbrella and he blows them all away. Yeah, this is a real aura farmer. He missed one, but he says, "Hey Rudo, go get you one, twin." This is like when the JV kid gets subbed on the varsity basketball team when there's 2 minutes left. Rudo runs in with the quickness, dodges an attack, and pulls out a keyboard? Huh? What the hell is bro about to do with that? Hit Alt F4? Then we cut to some little girl and she's looking out of a hole in the sandstorm. Back to Rudo, the keyboard transforms and bro just starts pressing buttons. Then the keys come off and they start raining down on the beast. After the attack, it spells out asshole. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of tough. I have to give him that one. Rudo's trying to wipe his mask off because he can't see, but then he sees something in the distance. He's like, "What the hell was that?" Then Tammy and Delman pull up right beside him and they say, "You did good out there, twin." But then we actually just see someone walking towards them and it's the same girl. She says, "Of course, that's how it is. You came here to see Ammo, didn't you? Who the f is Ammo and what the hell is she wearing?" Tammy's like, "How long has this girl been here?" But the crazy part is they couldn't even sense her. Enjin's like, "So you think this is the girl we've been looking for?" Nah, see, that would be too easy. Listen guys, let me tell you some real advice. If something seems too good to be true, It probably is. Now the squad doesn't really know what to do. Should they stay? Should they go? Then Riyo waves and asks, "You're the one that's seen people that can go from the sphere to the ground alive?" She waves back and says, "Yes, indeed. See, that's who we're looking for." Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, she really could be lying. If I was a villain, I would lie to y'all too, just to lure you. Then she tells them, "It stinks out here. Why don't you guys come to Ammo's crib?" Like, no way y'all about to go to a stranger's house for the free ski. Again, they don't know what to do. Riyo wants to go alone and question her, but Enjin decides they should all go together. Even if she's plotting something, he'll pack her up easy if necessary. Now we cut to inside her crib and Rudo's just looking around, then something falls right in front of him. And it's Enjin? What the? He's on his knees and Shorty's just smiling looking at him. Enjin throws up and then he falls on the ground. Yeah, GG's, we lost our strongest member. And we have Zanka on our team, so we're really down 2 team members. Now we go back 1 hour and the guys are following her through the trash desert. She's like, "Yeah, just keep following me, don't worry, I won't do nothing crazy. This for sure isn't a trap." They finally arrive and we see stairs, this door, and this big ass tower. Shit looks like where they had Rapunzel. But for them, this is some real MTV crib shit. They ain't never seen something like this. Zanka says he saw this building from afar, but he never thought someone actually lived here. Everyone's staring and she's like, my guest, come along inside." And the door opens. They walk in and we just see a door that's chained up. Nah, if y'all don't leave, because no sane person has a door chained up like this. The worst part is, I don't know who this is even holding back, because anyone could just jump over that chain. Then she tells them her living room's a little messy, so y'all can come into my room. Let me tell y'all some real shit. If you ever link a gal and her living room is messy, she's not the one. Don't ask me why, I'm just telling you that. She ain't the one. She tells them to take their masks off because the stink doesn't reach in here. So they should be good. And who's trying to be friends with people that they haven't seen before? So they all agree to take their masks off and they walk up to her room. She's like, "I'm so happy to see all of your faces." Is no one else confused though? Because what is this girl even eating out here? She's in the middle of the desert. No way she's here alone. Now Tomei's just writing down everything. She's like, "This crib looks crazy on the outside, but inside it's proper. This will go for at least 10 mil in Canada." Now Rudo says, "How does she have all this dumbass shit?" Ammo takes a seat and she's like, "Aight, what y'all want to talk about?" "Well, shit, we heard you saw someone who can come between the sphere and the ground, so we're really looking for information. Maybe you can help us with that. What you think?" Shorty's like, "Aight, let's talk about the political and economic state of the world." Everyone's like, is this girl okay? Maybe she ain't hear you right. But then she starts talking about how she likes a man with a strong scent. Like, you just like dirty niggas, that's all that means. And Enjin steps in, he says, so we just gotta talk to you about guys and then you'll tell us what we need to know? Like, is that the fee? Cause we heard you know about these people who can go from the sphere to the ground. She says, "Oh," then starts crashing out. "The hell is wrong with you bitches? Y'all just wanna use me for information? I thought we could have been real homies, real ride or dies." They all don't even know what to say. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't go to strangers' houses. Then Enjin does the ultimate lock-in and he says, "My bad, twin. I don't even know what just came over me. I really am trying to be your ride or die." But she says, "Don't lie to me. You think I'm dumb?" Crashes out again and says, "We're through." And she starts activating her powers. Of course, she's a giver. Rudo looks and he's like, "Hold on. Ain't that the same logo I got?" And she says, "Take care of him, good sir." Then the big old muscle man pulls out the blick and shoots it at Enjin. And that's how Enjin ended up on the ground. Rudo turns around and he says, "What the? Why did you just do that? I didn't even know we had friendly fire on." But he's not even responding. Something's going on. So Rudo says, "Hey, I know you did something to him, little girl. I know you a giver. What is wrong with you?" And she's just smiling evilly. And she says, "Okay, so what type of gal do you like? Black, white, Latina?" Wait, why y'all so quiet? Let me know. We supposed to be having a conversation right now. This is the only way we can all be close, you know? She tells him, "Just tell me about yourself and we'll all be blessed. I ain't had a guest here in years, so let's all chill and have fun." Except for that bitch who's on the ground. And this Rudo guy's actually scared. Bro can't say anything. Then Zanka comes in and he says, "Oh word, so you only hear people when they're talking about what you want to talk about, or when they're the enemy. That shit sounds like my ex, for real." Then he tells her, "We done with that lame ass talk. I don't know what you did to my dog, but I will pack up anyone who hurts my friends." And and she starts crying, talking about, why'd you guys say such horrible things to me? I didn't even do anything. Like, shorty, you clearly did do something. She's like, you hurt Amo's feelings. I'm not gonna lie, this girl needs to stop talking in third person. You are not the Hulk, okay? Then someone comes right behind Zanka, ready to end him. He almost gets taken out, but he dodges. Last second. But it was Delman? Delman screams and says, how dare you hurt Amo? I don't care who you are or where you're from. Dead in my books already. She's the very reason I fight? This is how my homeboy acts when any girl talks to him. Tamaya says, he ain't being controlled. I've worked with him for years. This was his choice? She smiles and says, wait, what's wrong with y'all? Don't tell me you never knew. This guy's always been one of Amo's fans. They're like, huh? What is this shorty talking about? They know each other? For Amo, he can betray everyone without breaking a sweat? That's some real devotion shit. If it was prime Jessica Alba, I would completely understand, but not for this. She tells them, you can't blame him though. All I wanted to do was talk, and y'all ain't really want to talk. Then Delman busts out his vital instrument, this gardening hose. This guy actually looks like a monster. Rudo starts thinking, he's like, damn, why everything gotta turn into a fight? I haven't even unlocked Talk no Jutsu yet, so I can't do anything. It's all my fault. He sees someone and they say, yeah, it is your fault. You got the blood of a criminal in your veins? And they keep saying, sweep the filth into the pit? Damn. Back to Amo, she says, oh yeah, I got one more fan in this group too. Any of y'all try to stop our talks this time, my other fan will pack y'all boys up. And Rudo starts seeing the guards from the sphere. Rudo gets surrounded by them and he's like, what the hell are y'all doing here? Tamaya grabs him out of the way and says, get your head in the game, boy. We move to Delman. We learn his vital instrument is tied to his past. Bro used to be a farmer and he wanted his plants to grow bigger. That's why he got the garden hose. But this shit is kind of broken. His power controls the fluid content in a target. It can make you absorb the water, or you absorb so much that you just blow up. I don't know what type of garden the man was using, but that's how he slimed Enjin from behind. But they're like, okay, how did he even get behind Enjin? The man used the silencer mode. Why does he even have that? Riyo says, you know what, I don't know what's going on right now, but we gotta deal with Delman. Alright, let me go. Zanka's like, hold on shorty, let's fight as a team. But she don't care, she keeps walking. Then she thinks, because Amo said there's another fan in this group, so she can't trust none of these guys. One of them is the imposter. Zanka says, look forward. And Delman has the blick in her face and he puts it on strong mode and just blasts. That shit goes right through the tower. Luckily Riyo dodges and this ammo girl says, hey, your weapon's strong twin, but just don't mash up the crib anymore. But they really don't know who's on whose side now. Amo says, alright, let's just talk about romance again. Tamaya goes to Rudo and says, lock in, bro. And Rudo just looks over at him like this. He says, I thought I was on the ground. Then we actually see what Rudo's seeing and he thinks they're all the guards, and he's back on the sphere. Then Zanka starts to smell. He's like, but it's a familiar smell. Amo says that's how memories are formed. It's just really a smell. And she turns into the gal who snaked Rudo. Nah, this is actually evil. She even makes him relive giving Shorty the bunny, and he just starts yelling at her. I'm not gonna lie, she needs to get packed up for this. That's too far.
Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Tamaya's like, that girl's showing him something. And she gives him a stare and says she ain't showing him shit, it's just a smell. And everyone who smells her power wants to protect her. So Zanka and Tamaya lock in, they put their masks on, and they start walking towards them. And she crashes out again. We cut to Rudo and my dog is actually going through it. I feel bad for him. And he just sees the guards grabbing her. She yells out for Rudo's help. It's not actually her, it's Amo. So he goes in with the quickness and attacks them. Zanka's like, boy, why are you attacking us? Rudo says, apostles, I ain't like before. We can really scrap now, let's get it. Now Riyo gets up, but because she ain't got her mask on, she got controlled too. And so does Follow. Tamaya says, I ain't never want to use my instrument on the homies, but I ain't got no choice now. Alright, that is all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Told y'all boys and girls, I was finna do 3 videos. So I did 3 videos. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Next week, probably just gonna do 2. I'm not gonna lie, probably not gonna do 3 again. Probably just gonna do 2. And yeah, we're gonna try to get something new out soon. Maybe a One Punch. Maybe a Haikyuu. Maybe a Wistoria. Who knows? Something's gonna get out there soon. But yeah, very good episode. I'm actually loving Gachiakuta so far. And I don't know if y'all knew, but The author's actually a baddie. It's a gal and she's a baddie, so I'm even more of a fan now. And yeah, let me know in the comments what else you want me to do. Always open to suggestions, always adding to the list. The list is very long now, but always adding to the list. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all boys and girls in the next video. Peace.